my channel. We're all about love, positivity, being a girl boss, and everything in that vicinity. In today's video, we are going to be talking about how to outsource in your business. Even if you are not making a whole lot of money in your business, even if you are kind of like low-key broke, barely being able to do what you need to do in your life, but you want to get this business off the ground, but you know that you cannot wear all of the hats. We're going to get into that. If you're new to this channel, then go ahead and subscribe, turn on notification bell so you can get more videos like this or my other videos, my vlogs, and things like that. If you're not new to the channel, then welcome back. Thank you for being here. Thank you for loving me as much as I love you. And yeah, let's just get straight into this video. Tip number one is you need to figure out what you need to outsource. For me, I knew you have to know your strengths and your weaknesses. What is it that takes up a lot of your time, but you're not necessarily good at it? So it's taking up a lot of your time to be mediocre at best. For me, that was creating images. I'm not good at creating images. Period. Like, I'm not good at creating pins, graphics for my Instagram and my Twitter and all those things. I wasn't good at that. And so I started outsourcing graphic design. Another thing I'm not necessarily good at is website design. I'm not a visual person. So a lot of visual things were things that I needed to start outsourcing because it took me a lot of time to do mediocre, kind of okay work. So I started outsourcing to people that this is what they do. They make websites, they create images, they're good at these things. So I started outsourcing to people who would be good at this. So ask yourself, what are you good at? What do you dread doing the most? And what are you the least good at? The things that you're good at, the things that you enjoy and you can knock out really quick yourself. And even if you can't knock it out really quick, you can knock it out and not feel drained. Those are the things that you can keep doing and then outsource everything else. Tip number two is utilize your 9 to 5. This is why I am an avid believer in having a regular 9 to 5 because your 9 to 5 can be funding your business. Some people are working a 9 to 5 and they still cannot necessarily afford to outsource. But there are ways around that. We're going to talk about that a little bit next. But it is important that you have a 9 to 5, some way to pay your bills and fund your business. So make sure that you have a job. Don't be out here only working on your business and then being confused when you're burned out or you're not making any sales or things are not going the way you expect because you're an amateur trying to do everything. And you need to leave some things to the experts and work on the thing that you're good at. Tip number 3 is to stop spending money frivolously. If you want to be able to afford to outsource, you have to stop spending money on things that you really don't need to spend money on. You have food at the house, but you buying McDonald's and you're ordering DoorDash. But you can't afford to outsource? Calculate how much money you spend on food outside of your home while there's food inside your home. And I bet you right in there will be some cash flow that can go towards outsourcing in your business. I'm not saying that you have to outsource thousands and thousands of dollars of work, but outsource one thing at a time so that you can be more productive. Think about whatever it is that you're spending your free cash flow with, and is it more important than the success in your business? Or is it just an excuse to spend money so you don't have to focus on the importance of priorities in your business? Tip number 4 is to research diligently. You want to make sure that whoever it is you're hiring is in your budget and also worth the money that you're spending on them. I went through so many different virtual assistant interviews. I wanted to make sure that my assistant could do exactly what it is I want an assistant for, that they were affordable for me. There were some people who hire like $40 an hour. Ricky can't afford $40 an hour with my 9 to 5 side hustles and my business. Like I said, when I started outsourcing, I made less than $1,000 in my business. So I knew I did not have the money to just be throwing thousands of dollars a month on no virtual assistant. I did not have $900 in one payment to give to a website designer. I didn't have that. But there are people who work for more affordable rates. Look for people who fit your budget and are also good at what they do. Now, I'm the type of person who, if somebody fits my budget and they're good at what they do and I can keep them around, as I grow, what I pay them will grow as well, because I am one of those people. If you do good work for me, I will make sure that while you're helping me grow, I'm going to make sure you grow as well. That's just with my personality. But not everybody's like that. But it's important to find somebody that's okay with working for the budget that you have. And it's also important to make sure that you guys are going to work well together. This is somebody who matches your energy, who has the same drive as you, who believes in what it is that you're trying to do. All of those things are important when it comes to hiring out, whether that's a website designer, whether that is a virtual assistant, a social media manager such as myself, or anything like that. And it might help your budget to search for somebody who's good at it, but they're just starting out, so they're charging a little bit less right now. That's a good thing to search out for beginners on like Upwork or what pay people per hour or pay per hour or something like that, that's a good one as well. Those are the websites that I used when I first started out doing social media management, and I was charging a little bit less than what I wanted to charge at the time because I was just starting out. And so in order, while you're starting out, you can look for somebody else who's starting out and you guys can both help each other. Tip number 5 is to shift your mindset. This is the biggest and utmost important tip. In actuality, you cannot wear all the hats in your business and be successful. At some point, you're going to have to start outsourcing so that you are not wasting your time doing things that you're not good at, so that you are not wasting your time pushing yourself and trying to do things that are not working for you. Yes, you can take all the e-courses, but it's not going to make you love it anymore. And so that you can focus on the things that made you start the business and keep you from burning out and keeping you from saying forget this and not want to do the business anymore, you're going to want to outsource to somebody who's good at certain things. If you need to outsource stuff like what I do, I am a social media manager. If you need to outsource that, then hire a social media manager who can handle your social business for you. But at some point, you're going to have to shift your mindset from an employee mentality to a boss mentality. And those mentalities, despite everybody's, argument about it, are two 100% different things. There's a different type of mindset that you need to have. You need to be willing to invest in yourself and your business. If you do not invest in your business, it will not grow. Time and, yes, money as well. Yes, you need to be learning, get a basic knowledge on everything, but outsource to the experts. This takes time. Sometimes it took me a really long time to start outsourcing. 1, because I'm kind of a control freak. But 2, I kept thinking, I can't afford to do this. I can't afford to do this. Until I thought to myself, I can't afford not to do this. So if you need to get an extra side hustle, if you need to work an extra, if you need to do something extra, put in more hours so that you can outsource, it is an investment that is worth it. I promise you, because when you see the great work that's being done on your website or on your graphics and the response that people get from your copywriter or your social media manager, you'll realize that your outsourcing has actually helped you make more money in the long run. Outsourcing saves you money in the future. It really does. It opens doors for you to make even more. So you really want to get into that. Those are my tips on how to outsource. If this is something that you enjoyed, then go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up.